Hello everyone, and welcome to Nocturnal Mysteries. For decades, the tale of Geff, the talking mongoose, has baffled and captivated. Was he a genuine paranormal entity, a clever prank, or simply a product of imagination? Join us as we delve into the bizarre story of Geff, the mongoose who allegedly haunted a small family on the Isle of Man. It's the 1930s. The Irving family, consisting of James, Margaret, and their 13-year-old daughter, Vorey, were living in a remote farmhouse called Cashin's Gap on the Isle of Man. Life was quiet, uneventful, until it arrived. At first, they heard scratching and rustling noises in the walls. Then strange voices began to whisper. But it wasn't long before the Irvings were allegedly engaging in full-blown conversations with a creature claiming to be a mongoose named Geff. Geff claimed to have been born in Delhi, India in 1852, and that he was an extra clever mongoose. I am a ghost in the form of a mongoose. I am an eighth dimension. I am the fifth dimension. I am intelligence. I am Geff. I am the great mystery, Geff exclaimed. According to the Irvings, Geff was incredibly intelligent and could imitate various sounds, including human speech, animal noises, and even the sound of airplanes. He was described as being yellowish-brown, about the size of a large rat, with a long, bushy tail. But only Vorey, the young daughter, claimed to have ever seen him clearly. Geff's personality was complex. He could be helpful, even warning the Irvings about approaching strangers. He also enjoyed eavesdropping on their conversations and offering unsolicited, often critical commentary. However, Geff was also known to be mischievous, manipulative, and even outright rude. He demanded to be fed and would threaten to reveal family secrets if they didn't comply. "I know all about your little secrets, James. Give me some sweets, or I'll tell everyone," Geff used to say. News of Geff spread like wildfire. Paranormal investigators, journalists, and curious onlookers flocked to Cashin's Gap, hoping to catch a glimpse or hear a word from the talking mongoose. Famous paranormal investigator Harry Price visited the Irvings in 1937. He was skeptical but intrigued. He couldn't prove Geff's existence, but also couldn't definitively debunk the story. "The case of Geff is one of the most intriguing and yet one of the most puzzling I have ever investigated," Price said. After the Irvings moved away from Cashin's Gap in the late 1930s, reports of Geff ceased. He simply vanished. So, what was Geff? Was he a genuine supernatural entity? Or was there a more earthly explanation? Let's explore some possibilities. The most common theory is that Geff was a hoax perpetrated by Vorey Irving. She was a young, imaginative girl with a talent for ventriloquism and mimicking sounds. Skeptics argue that Vorey could have easily created the illusion of a talking mongoose using her voice and by manipulating objects within the walls. The remote location of Cashin's Gap made it difficult for anyone to verify her claims. Another theory suggests that the Irvings were experiencing a form of mass hysteria or shared delusion. The isolation and stress of their lives, combined with Vorey's proneness to fantasy, could have led them to collectively believe in Geff. This theory suggests that Geff wasn't necessarily a physical entity, but rather a shared hallucination fueled by suggestion and expectation. Okay, this is a bit of a stretch, but some have jokingly suggested that perhaps there was a mongoose, but it had a rare genetic condition that allowed it to produce sounds resembling human speech, albeit very poorly. Unlikely, but hey, we're covering all the bases. The most intriguing and controversial theory is that Geff was a genuine paranormal phenomenon, perhaps a poltergeist manifestation or a spirit taking the form of a mongoose. Proponents of this theory point to the reported complexity of Geff's personality, his ability to mimic sounds, and the difficulty in definitively disproving his existence. They argue that Geff represented a rare and unexplained interaction between the human and spirit realms. Whatever Geff truly was, his story continues to fascinate and perplex. Was he a clever deception, a shared delusion, or something genuinely beyond our comprehension? The mystery of Geth, the talking mongoose, remains unsolved, leaving us to ponder the boundaries between reality, perception, and the strange and unexplained. What do you believe? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell. See you in the next video.